In April 2010, Vale acquired from BSG Resources Limited, BSGR, a 51% interest in BSG Resources Guinea Limited, which indirectly holds iron ore mineral rights in Guinea. In Simandou South, Zogata, and iron ore exploration permits in Simandou North and Blocks 1 and 2. Both deposits are one of the world's best undeveloped sources of high-grade iron ore. In an all-cash transaction, Vale will pay $2.5 billion. The joint venture established by Vale and BSGR has started to develop these two major world-class low-cost producing iron ore projects, focused initially in hematitic ore. To achieve this, BSGR Guinea presented the Zogata feasibility study in November 2009, which was approved by the Guinea government. The Zogata initial production is scheduled for the end of 2012. In parallel, a feasibility study for Blocks 1 and 2 is programmed to be carried out. The expected hematite tonnage will provide 16 years of sustained operations at Zogata alone and prosperity for the people of Guinea. Combined with Simandou Blocks 1 and 2, the overall project will yield 50 million tons per annum for more than 40 years. VBG will develop its iron ore projects in two phases. Initially, the development of the Zogata deposit in Simandou South, followed by the development of Blocks 1 and 2 in the Simandou Range. The combined project would produce 50 million tons per annum of lump and fines products, create direct and indirect permanent employment, provide a positive stimulus to the economy of Guinea, contribute to increased stability and peace in the Mano River region, and become one of the lowest cost producing mines globally. Phase 1 of the Simandou project is located near the village of Zogata in southeastern Guinea. Zogata lies to the northwest of the town Nizere-Kore, Guinea's third largest city. This phase of the project will include the construction of a world-class open-pit mine, a 15 million tons per annum beneficiation plant, and a dedicated transport infrastructure. Once the iron ore has been mined, crushed, and screened, the final two products, lump and fines, will be transported by rail of approximately 350 kilometers to the port on the Liberian coast. The Zogata and Simandou deposits comprise three distinct materials based on the physical properties of the hematite ore with very low stripping ratio. Only the hard material will require drilling and blasting, ensuring a high cost-effective and limited environmental impact operation. The iron ore will be mined by conventional loading and hauling. Mechanical shovels will load trucks that will transport the ore to a primary crushing station situated on the lowest part of the deposit. First, the ore moves through the primary mineral sizer to the secondary mineral sizer and then to a modular screening station. Tertiary crushers will guarantee the top size of the lump. The final products, lump and fines, will be feeding two separate stockpiles. Reclaimers and conveyor belts allow for the continuous flux of both products through the dedicated loadout stations. Power, estimated at 11 megawatts, will be provided by generator sets located adjacent to the stockyard. Water will be sourced by a pumping facility positioned at the Diani River, 3 kilometers to the west of the site. Any runoff water from the project will be treated before being returned to the ecosystem. All mining infrastructure will be located near the plant. A mine village will provide all the necessary services to personnel, such as accommodation, medical, sports and recreational facilities, in addition to the refurbishing of the Nzérékoré Airport. Rail infrastructure during Phase 1 will include 112 kilometers of a new single-track line, Sanikele, in Liberia, and another 238 kilometers running parallel to the existing line from Sanikele to a new port that will also be constructed. The new port infrastructure is composed by car dumper, stackers, stockyard for both products, reclaimers, a system of conveyor belts, power generation, a jet, pier, ship loaders, and breakwater. This port will enable VBG to load VLOC vessels, which will be destined mainly to the Asian and European markets. An infrastructure development agreement is under negotiation between VBG and the Liberian government. By this agreement, VBG will refurbish Mount Coffee hydropower located on the St. Paul River. VBG's iron ore mining project will bring multiple socio-economic benefits to the people of both Guinea and Liberia. VBG is already involved with local schools and infrastructure projects and is committed to playing a leading role in further endeavors. A sharp environmental focus has been adopted for the project. This involves commitment to the application of best practice and compliance with environmental laws of Guinea and Liberia regarding environmental impact assessments. During Phase 2 of the project, the rail line will be extended 140 kilometers north to Simandou. The facilities at the port will be upgraded to include additional stockyard capacity and ship loaders. As part of the commitment to Guinea, the Trans-Guinea rail line between Conakry and Kankan will be refurbished at a cost of approximately $1 billion, stimulating economic growth. Vale experience and background as the greatest producer of iron ore in the world, combined with BSGR African experience, will ensure speeding up of the project implementation, respecting the environment, with healthy and constructive relations with communities and stakeholders. Simandou, the largest integrated iron ore mine and infrastructure project ever developed in Africa.